Hello and welcome, my Scorpio friends. This is Jennifer from Mystic Star. I want to thank you so much for spending time with me today and watching this video. This is going to be a group reading for my friends born under the Scorpio zodiac sign. This is a follow-up reading from a spread I did in September to celebrate service dogs, in particularly guide dogs. I've been drawn to complete a more in-depth reading into what my friends are not seeing. I'm going to look at what's right in front of your eyes and your third eye, and of course, we're going to look at some ways to kind of overcome that. The deck I chose for this reading is the Tarot of the Hidden Realm, and then I'll be ending up the session with an oracle blessing from the oracles of the Shapeshifters. Like always, there is links below to both these beautiful decks, so should they speak to you, you can go check them out for yourselves. Alright, my Scorpio friends, let's see what the cards have in store for you. What is it that my Scorpio friends are not seeing that is right in front of them? This is a beautiful card. I love it. The Fairy Stallion. It's the 7th card in the Major Arcana. In other decks, it's known as the Chariot. So what's right in front of you is that willpower, that drive, and ability to overcome and conquer anything. That's what's right in front of you, and you can't see it. You can't see how to access it and tap into it. Alright, let's look at what obstacles you're facing. Oh, I got a jumper. To kind of embracing and acknowledging the Chariot or Fairy Stallion. And that's the Two of Cups. Twos are about duality and choice. Cups are about intuition and emotion. The Two of Cups is also known as the lesser lovers. It's not that their relationship is lesser or less intense. This is a minor arcana, and the Lovers is a major arcana. If you will, the Two of Cups is the everyday aspect of the Lovers. What's really impacting your ability to embrace and utilize this power that's sitting right in front of you, my Scorpio friends, is the need for or a current relationship. Can be the hunt for the relationship, or the relationship is taking too much time, or you're focusing too much time on that relationship aspect rather than focusing in on that next step for you or what's right in front of you. So that's what's right in front of your eyes. Let's look at what's right in front of your third eye. It's a similar topic, it's just seen in a different vibration, because your third eye sees things differently than what your visual eyes do. That's the King of Cups. Again, we're still in that emotion intuitional level. However, what we're not being able to see is that control of your intuition. When you're looking at the King and the Stallion here, what you're seeing is that inability to connect into your intuition to help guide the Chariot or the Stallion. You need that intuitional base because the Chariot uses willpower. He does not use reins. He uses his personal power, personal strength, and abilities to control the Chariot. So that's what the bigger piece that we're missing with our third eye. Let's look at that obstacle. What is the obstacle that faces us for accessing our third eye? And that's resisting the 20th card in the Major Arcana, Life Renewed. The 20th card in the Major Arcana is also known as Judgment. We're not listening to that universal message. We're missing it. When you're looking at intuition, your intuition is connected into that universal knowledge. We're not hearing it. We're not able to follow it because we're resisting, whether on a conscious level or not, the message that the universe is sending you. And sometimes it's down to the fact that everything else is so tied up that you're not accessing those abilities because there's been obstacles in play. Before we were incarnated on Earth, we had the abilities and skills and knowledge on how to use all our clairs, our intuition. We were not burdened with ego. And ego is really driving this resistance. We don't remember how to use these things. And it's really important that we start to reconnect and really be able to open ourselves up to this information and relearn it. So this resistance is what's really causing us problems with not only accessing information from our third eye, but really seeing what's in front of us. Okay, Scorpio, we know what's wrong now, what's right there, right in front of us. Let's look at how do we go forward from here? Because it's one thing to have a problem, it's another thing to try and fix it. What we're going to do is the Page of Wands. Pages are that childlike, innocent, enthusiastic, exuberant energy that has a need for knowledge, and not only knowledge, but to play and to enjoy the life. And that's what we really need to embrace here, Scorpio. It's not about hyper-focusing in on a relationship. It's about really enjoying your life and yourself. That inner passion and fire is really going to help drive you. When you're focusing in on this passion, you're not focusing in on these things. Your ego can't focus in on not listening. When you focus in on your passions, you get out of your head. When you stop worrying about the relationship piece, you get out of your head. That's when the universe can really be heard, and we're going to turn the 20th card, the Life Renewed, into an ally rather than an obstacle. So let's look at how we can help the Page of Wands. What would support the Page of Wands in getting us kind of out of our way and moving forward? Oh, she's a beautiful card. She's the third card in the Major Arcana, the Empress. And it's that nurturing, loving energy of the Empress that's going to help. And it's nurturing and loving ourselves. And not just, oh wow, I love myself. It's really connecting down into that passion piece. We're driven right now by those inner fires up, that willpower, that passion. Connecting down into that, into truly who you are, so you can authentically live who you are, and embracing it and nurturing it. And nurturing yourself along this journey, because it's really easy to overlook us. Overlook those little pieces that we need to do for ourselves so that we can heal and that we can move forward. It's so easy to get caught up in those expectations of society, of those daily tasks that we need to do. It's important not only to love and nurture ourselves, but it's also important that we embrace that play aspect. Don't get bogged down. Try a little bit of play. Have some fun with this. Enjoy this piece. And yes, it is a balance. You can't just, quit your job and stop. It's about that balance piece. Rather than using our energies on what society thinks or what we think we want, start to focus in on what we really have, and then embrace that piece. Nurture that piece so it can grow, so that we can truly understand who we are. And then that Two of Cups will become an ally, in that we will find that perfect individual. Our relationship will work itself out. So those are the things that we need to kind of focus on. Let's look at how we start off day one. Like, what do we do first step? Because the Empress is Major Arcana, and that's all great. You can nurture yourself, and you can have some play. But how do you go forward? Like, what is that first step? The Nine of Swords. Nines are about all that hard work, all that we've accomplished. Swords are about that truth, that knowledge piece. The Nine of Swords is known as the Depression card. Usually, Pamela Smith had put it down as a woman sitting with her hands in her head on a bed with 9 swords hanging behind her. It's about movement. You have to shift your thinking. It's no longer about being trapped in those sad thoughts. It's about getting yourself going and allowing not only the transition to happen and hearing that the song of the universe, but having some fun and getting out of your head. I don't know how many times I've said it in this video, but that's where you're stuck. It is overthinking things and being super critical of yourself. So let's look at what your shadow card says and what your shadow self wants to share. And that's the Ace of Swords. Aces are a gift. Swords are about truth and knowledge. This piece, this reading, is a gift. You're gaining more insight into you. You're gaining more insight in what you need to do next. It's about taking those gifts and going forward. Taking that knowledge, and not only the knowledge of this reading, but the knowledge that you've accrued so far that has brought you to the Nine of Swords, and moving it forward and using it to your advantage, rather than being stuck and chained in and feeling really overwhelmed. Use that knowledge to light up the page and really get yourself moving, because movement is going to be very important for you. Your first card was the Chariot. The Chariot is a movement card. Let's look at your blessing. What blessing? Oh, you got two of them. Two for the price of one, my Scorpio friends. The first one is Brother Raccoon, a safe place for you to go. Really talks about where we're headed next. You're going to find that when you start to listen to the universe, it's a lot safer and you feel a lot more secure than what you are now. And the second one, the Fairy Ring. New skills, advanced training, and rapid improvement. They very much talk about where you're going and how you're going to get there. Interestingly enough, the Brother Raccoon is the fourth card in this oracle deck, and it really speaks about that stability. This instability and sadness that you're feeling here will shift. However, you need to take some ownership and really get that ball rolling, if you will. You need to really embrace what's happened and move forward. You can stick in the Nine of Swords, however, this won't shift. You won't receive that advanced skills and improvement. You'll just kind of stay in the same boat. For those who wish, you can pause the video here and reflect on the cards. This is a group reading, however, I drew these cards especially for my Scorpio friends. What further information do the cards hold? Like I said, this is a group reading. If you're looking for something more personal or specific, you can follow the link below and schedule a private reading with myself. For those who are interested, I am going to be running online interactive introductory classes over the next couple of months. The first class will be on November 11th, where I'll be running my Introduction to Angels and Archangels class. Then on December 9th, I'm going to be running my Introductions to Connections or Channeling class. If you're interested in either or both of these classes, you can find out more information and register on my website. I provided a helpful link below that'll take you straight to my classes page. I hope you found this video helpful and that you're able to gain some direction and insight into what it is you're missing and how it is you can overcome it. I want to thank you so much for spending time with me today and watching my video. I will continue to create videos for my Zodiac friends in the upcoming weeks. If you have any suggestions or comments, please feel free to leave them below. I'm always up for feedback from my friends. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the latest content. As you can tell from this video, you never know where I'm going to go next, and I'd hate for you to miss one. Also, if you enjoyed this video and want to support me in making more, I have a Patreon page with many tiers and lots of perks. Some of the tiers, the perks are private readings with myself. I've provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out. Until tomorrow, my Scorpio friends.